Today on MorTorq TV.
Find out what MorTorq is.
And about the U.S. first robotics league.
Hear what the 2007 challenge will be. And much, much more! Give us your absolute undivided attention and we'll give you the world of robotics. This is MorTorq TV!
Welcome to the first episode of MorTorq TV. I'm Jesse Carmona.
And I'm Andrew Buckley.
MorTorq TV will provide up-to-date news relevant to the Beverly Hills High School robotics team, MorTorq, as well as other related robotics and technology news, keeping you highly informed with all aspects of our role in the community and how you can become involved in each regularly airing episode. We will provide in-depth coverage so you can remain informed on the going-ons of our award-winning robotics team.
We'll also provide informative how-to segments as well as interviews with important MorTorq figures.
But some of you may still be scratching your heads wondering what we are and what we're doing.
First, or for inspiration and recognition of science and technology was founded by Dean Kamen, the inventor of the Segway and many other devices, in 1989, in order to develop ways to excite students about engineering and technology. Here's some more information on FIRST.
Every year, thousands of young minds compete at the FIRST Championship, the largest and most prestigious competition of its kind. FIRST, or for inspiration and recognition of science and technology, was founded by inventor Dean Kamen to inspire young people's interest and participation in science and technology.
The problem is that so many kids grow up in an environment where by the time they're 10 or 12 years old, they think their options in the world are being in the NBA or being in Hollywood. That's their perspective of the world. It seemed to me that what we needed to do to get FIRST going was to break the stereotypical mindset given to kids about what's important in our culture.
Thanks, Dean. So this past weekend was the 2007 kickoff, where FIRST announced what this year's robotic competition game will be.
And boy, is it good.
We've just begun building our robot that needs to be able to compete in a game involving being able to drive across the field, pick up an intertube and hook it onto poles on an 8-foot-tall octagon prism called the rack in the middle of the field.
Well, there's a lot more to it. Luckily, FIRST produced a very informative CGI movie with the kickoff to explain exactly what the game is.
Yep, why don't we take a more in-depth look with the 2007 kickoff game video.
This year's game is played on a 27 by 54 foot carpeted field. Two alliances of 3 teams each are located at the ends of the field from where they operate their robots. The center of the field is occupied by a scoring structure known as the rack. 3 levels of scoring locations, known as spiders, are located within the rack. Each spider hangs from a series of chains that allows it to translate and move freely if it's impacted by a robot or game piece. The game pieces are inflatable plastic pool tubes. There are 3 types of game pieces. Keepers are placed during the autonomous period. Ringers are placed during the teleoperated period and score points for the alliance. And the black spoiler tubes are used to negate the effects of the ringers. The objective of the game is to place the keepers and the ringers into rows. The rows can be either horizontal or vertical. The match starts with a 15-second autonomous period. Robots can use onboard sensors to help locate target lights, which will help identify the locations of the scoring targets. As the autonomous period ends, robots must drop any keepers still in their possession. The The human operators then step forward and take control of the robots. Robots return to their home zone to retrieve ringers from the human players. The ringers have been strategically placed on the rack. Alternately, robots can drive to the far end of the field to retrieve ringers that are waiting in the opponent's home zone. In either case, the robots attempt to make as many rows as possible. Here we see a red robot placing a ringer, completing a vertical row of 3 and a horizontal row of 2. His alliance partner then places another ringer, extending the row to 3. Black spoiler tubes are placed on the rack and used to negate the effects of the ringers. Unlike the other game pieces, spoilers can be moved, either picked up and relocated to cover any other ringer on the rack. As the match draws to a close, robots will race back to their home zones. Bonus points are earned for each of the Alliance robots that are elevated off the floor. The value of the bonus is modified by the height above the floor. The final score is determined by the length and number of rows created by game pieces, and added to the bonus points. In this example, blue squeaks out a win over red, 90 to 84. Good luck, and we'll see you at the competition.
Personally, I think it's the best game we've competed in.
I don't know. I really loved last year's game.
Oh, sorry, TV Land. You probably don't know what we're talking about. MorTorq is a third-year team, so we're already competed in 2 games prior to this year.
Yeah, last year we competed in the Los Angeles and Las Vegas regional to play the game Aim High.
The game was kind of like basketball. We had to build a robot able to collect balls, roll across the field, and shoot balls into a hoop.
Personally, I think it's more like soccer.
The hoop is in the air, it's just like basketball.
Yeah, but they don't really play basketball in places like Brazil, Israel, France, Portugal, and Djibouti, do they?
Yeah, but I don't get your point.
Well, there are first teams from all over the world, and being that soccer is the game of the world, I think it's more like soccer.
You're right!
Anyway, last year we won the Animation and Entrepreneurship Awards.
Our first year, we also won the Rookie Inspiration Award and competed in the Atlanta Championship competition.
In our first year, we were a brand new team with little support and little experience, and still pulled off a lot.
We had to build a robot that was able to pick up and stack pyramids on top of each other.
We even have a very informative video about our past experience and what MorTorq's history has been like. Let's play it.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Things I need you. When I was young, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you.
Aren't we just awesome?
No. We're amazing!
Oh, yes. I was getting worried.
But we are amazing because we have some great sponsors and mentors and leaders.
We're sponsored by some really great businesses like Mercedes-Benz of Beverly Hills, ROP, Moog, and Walt Disney Imagineering.
And from Disney Imagineering, we have some absolutely wonderful mentors who help us out with the designing aspects, the building aspects, and the strategic aspects. Our mentors are some of the people that design the rides at Disneyland.
And our wonderful leaders are people like our Robotics Club presidents, Zach Kahn and Adam Phillips.
And we were really lucky to be able to pull Zach Kahn out of the robotics room.
Which is usually impossible.
To interview them about MorTorq, past competitions, and just about anything first. So let's go through the interview panel to get to Interview World.
Yeah!
Wow!
Whoa! Whoa!
Do not tell me I am wearing a woman's dress.
Do you want to tell me?
Well, luckily, MorTorq also built us a clothing portal. So, let me change the digits on the portal.
Get in here!
We'll be back in interview clothes.
That's more like it.
Yep.
Wow, that's really cool.
Duh. So, we're here today with MorTorq president, Zach Kahn. So why don't you tell us what it's like to be the president of such a prestigious award-winning team?
Well, being president is a huge time commitment, and you also have to be very responsible and dedicated to the program. We have to deal with the whole building process, people management, everything that goes on with this.
So last Saturday was kickoff, and they revealed the new game. What'd you guys think of it?
We just thought, wow, this is very different from years to come, except for 1997. It was very similar. But we had never seen something like this. We started brainstorming immediately with the team, show them the kickoff video, and hopefully we'll have something ready for the 6-week deadline.
Do you think you could tell us some of the ideas you guys came up with based on the game?
Sure. So far, we've thought it would be best if we had a ramp mechanism. That way we would score the most points. We also thought that an arm or another lift system would be good to get the inner tubes, these game objects, off the field. And we also think that we should be fast so that no one else can mess with us and that we can get to point A to point B really quickly.
What are some of the biggest challenges in the game this year?
Biggest challenges? Probably elevating the game objects to the top, not having as much control with the objects with the human player, and definitely the big rack in the middle of the field screws up depth perception.
Now, the team had a lot of seniors last year, and like about a third of the team left when they graduated last year. How's that affecting the team this year?
Well, it's been really nice for this last 3 weeks because our alumni have come back and helped mentor us, and they've set us off on the right course. So far, we've been training the team in every aspect. We have a huge programming team, which is going to really do a good job this year. We have an animation team that's working hard. Everyone is basically still being trained, but they're going to be up to par soon.
And I understand that a good deal of members from the team are going to be going to New Orleans for about 6 days. Can you tell us what that's going to be like?
Yeah, a few of the members on the team are also a part of student government because we think that robotics produces leaders. So they're going to be going to New Orleans to build houses for the displaced musicians of New Orleans.
Wow, that sounds really fabulous. I'm sure that costs a lot of money, but speaking of money, how's the robotics doing financially?
Robotics, because of our corporate sponsors, Walt Disney, Mercedes-Benz of Beverly Hills, all these great companies have donated money to us. We also have huge support from within our community that gives us funds to further our program.
Wow. Is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers before we leave?
Robotics is cool. I promise.
All right. Thank you, Zach. It was nice to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now we have to go back through the portal. get your hair. You're wearing a wig.
You're wearing a wig too.
Well, let's get this show on the road.
All right.
Thank Cayman those were only wigs.
Cayman?
Well, Dean Cayman created FIRST, which becomes our religion for basically 6 weeks. It's a reflex. Sorry.
We've got a show to do. Come on. So now for some news-related stories about the current status of things at MorTorq.
On December 16th and 17th, MorTorq participated in a gift-wrapping fundraiser at Century City Westfield Shopping Town. The event was organized by myself, Andrew Buckley, where we had over 40 volunteers helping to gift wrap. MorTorq team members gift wrap people's holiday gifts for free, only asking for a minimal donation in return. The turnout was fantastic. In the 2 days, we raised almost $1,000 and gift wrapped over 400 presents. MorTorq senior Eric Sorger said, "It was fun gift wrapping, especially knowing I'm helping robotics and getting community service." The team really personified the holiday spirit with their cheer, giving nature, and all-around fun spirits. It's nice to get donations and to be able to organize fundraisers, to be able to pay for things like competition fees, robot parts, transportations, and other things.
True dat, gangsta. Every day, many students walk by the Career Center at our school, completely oblivious to the many wonders that the room holds. The Career Center is home to many classes and is a sanctuary for students looking for jobs, internships, and experience. But something many students are unaware of, that the Career Center is where students can go and enroll in ROP classes. An excellent program in our school provides. ROP is the Regional Occupational Program, is a curriculum to provide a diverse high school population with high-quality, relevant career education. The program successfully prepares students for employment, career change or advancement, further education, technological competency, and lifelong learning. It was no wonder why robotics works in conjunction with the entrepreneurship classes taught by Zach Kahn. Students are excited about this because it will count on their transcripts and help boost their GPAs. This will also help keep tabs on team members who think they will go on the trip just to party or screw around, because their grades will be in jeopardy if they decide to behave in an ungracious way. The class has been in session for a while now, but because the kickoff just took place, people are finally earning their grades.
Great job with that one, Jesse.
Thanks. Of course, of course.
In technology news, this week, Apple is holding its Macworld Conference and Expo, and today, Tuesday the 9th, Steve Jobs announced at his keynote the iPhone, combining 3 products: a revolutionary mobile phone, a widescreen iPod with touch controls, and a breakthrough internet communications device with desktop, class email, web browsing, searching, and maps into one small, lightweight, handheld device. The iPhone is basically one big touchscreen. In fact, it only has one button. But this extremely powerful phone will come at a hefty cost: $499 for a 4GB one and $599 for an 8GB. Plus, you have to pay for a 2-year service agreement. The iPhone will be available for Singular and AT&T and will begin shipping in June.
And that's the news.
Each week we hope to be able to make things a little more interactive. We are currently working on technologies so I can just reach out through the camera and touch you guys out there in TV land. But until then, we will have the question of the week.
This week's question is, if you could build the perfect robot, what would it be called and what would it do?
Email your responses to mortorqtv@gmail.com. That's mortorqtv@gmail.com.
I can't wait to get some of the responses, and we'll be very disappointed if we don't. So we're expecting some.
Now I've got a very special treat for you viewers out there. MorTorq tips with
me!
Today, on More Tips, Gav Dorian will be demonstrating how to use a bandsaw.
This is a bandsaw, and we'll be using it to cut a piece of sheet metal.
Whenever anyone is around these dangerous tools and in this room, you must be wearing safety goggles. And that's how you use a bandsaw.
So that's about all the time we've got for you this week.
If you want to check us out over the internet, then you can surf over to youtube.com/MorTorq TV.
And if you would like to donate to MorTorq and help support everything we are doing, you can contact our supervisor, Eileen Kahn, at eileenkahn@gmail.com. That's EILEENKAHN@gmail.com.
For every donation we receive, Andrew and I will sing a song of your choice during the credits.
Or, if you prefer, if you donate, you can choose to have us not sing, which in my opinion isn't very fun. This week, since we haven't received any donations, we'll sing a song about receiving donations.
Called Don't Hate, Donate.
Bye.
Don't hate.
And thank you for viewing.
Donate.
Don't hate, donate. It's time for you all to get up in here and help the robotics team of Beverly Hills.
Please donate to robotics. Robotics.
Robotics.
We need
donation.
Bye, Mommy. Good night.
Don't hate. We need your donations. We need donations. Cause we have a lot to do, like go to different regionals and transport a robot and other things like build a